Okay. So. We're here. It's the Chinese Grand Prix. And I am praying for improvement. Because if we consider everything, it hasn't gone that well. Now granted, it took us till the second race this season to get a point with one of our cars, unlike it was like the 6th race last year. So we've got that working for us, but that's about the only good thing I can really say. However, we have 16 days till the race, and 16 days till a new part is built, and 16 days for our engine to be ready. So, everything considered...
We have some options. Yeah.
Beijing might be okay.
Good.
So,
Good.
Here is...
Okay, it's better than absolutely shite.
Exactly. How is it going, Bolter Rob? Happy Friday
Hello.
to you, sir. So, plan.
Fuck, it's Friday.
Hamilton has the engine, so he's getting the engine upgrade for this race. Then, the suspension will be finished, which we bundle into Mick's car. So this year, to appease the peanut gallery, I'm gonna alternate the upgrades.
Okay.
However, I have a caveat to doing that, which is when we get to Vancouver and Guildford.
That's where we have to do well. That's where we have to turn it around, because otherwise we'll be ridiculed.
Exactly.
Mocked.
So when
laughed out of the F1.
When we get to Vancouver and Guildford, we are going to put all the better parts on one car. Those are the only 2 races, unless it's a dire situation and we need to start clawing points. However, we're going to try and be better and more fair, and then when that doesn't work, we'll revert to our old tactics. Because they've worked so well in the past.
Yeah. Also, I think I mentioned last time we streamed this was that we were thinking of looking at the no-stop strats, because it seemed to play off well for some of the AI.
Yes, now part of that is going to be dependent on how many laps. I think
and dependent on the track as well.
Exactly. So I think Beijing, because Beijing is actually a 71 lap race. So I don't know if the tyres...
A one-stop strat for that one, man.
I don't know if the tyres are going to last, but it is definitely something to consider, because some of the AI have definitely made it work. For sure. So, we are going to proceed in the direction known as forwards.
It matter which forwards? Could it be like forwards but slightly to the left or slightly to the right?
Just the direction known as forwards.
That's remarkably vague, though. Oh, pardon me.
I'm a very vague person. Right, so someone's had a fight on social media. Good luck. That wasn't us. Beijing, 71 lap race, 2.5 miles, 10% chance of rain. Red Bull will do well. Okay.
Sorry, going back to the social media thing. Unemployeds. Christian, as if unemployed is a
He's
company.
unemployed. He is unemployed. Well, he's clearly having a great time, but I mean, that's not someone to scout, for sure. So the car has apparently dropped to the 11th best because of some of the upgrades that have occurred to other teams. But our engine, look at this. It's getting up there. And then the reliability is really going to be there. And then before the next race, we'll have new suspension.
Nice.
Exciting! F2 running at Guildford. The winner, unfortunately, is David Schumacher in Ford Chip Ganassi. If they ever make it to Formula 1.
We kind of have to be a bit on the down key with our David Lovine on the basis that we've got his... It's not his brother, his cousin, is it? They're cousins, right?
They would be
cousins. They are cousins.
Yes, yeah, they are cousins. They are cousins.
We'll try and foster the family rivalry somewhat, but
we just don't say it.
We want to have some form of professionalism in front of Mick. Sure, it backfires on occasion, but
Yeah. Martin suggests putting all the parts on Mick as a longer-term investment. Hamilton could drop a retirement on you at any time. That is something I have actually thought about. I think...
That said, though, if he does decide to retire, we can still just move the car parts over to Mick afterwards.
Yeah, there is that, and it's an experiment I do want to do this season. So one of the things that I want us to be able to do is secure the place in the championship. And I think Hamilton is our better bet of doing that. If we get into a position where we're comfortable, I'm fully on board the Mick hype train of give him everything. Of course, we need to see how the season plays out because with the way that the first couple of races have gone, we need to desperately get some points and not fall too far behind. You know, because we had a really good surge at the end of Season 5, which was wonderful. And I'm just concerned that we might not have that if we put all the parts on Mick. I'm happy to be proven wrong, and it's happy I'm happy to give it a go, but I think we'll do it when we've got a few more parts. So once we've actually got like maybe 4 parts, so when we're done with the suspension, and maybe once we've got like a front wing. I mean, where's the car? So, you know, once we've got like, I don't know, like a new gearbox. So if we did a gearbox and then brakes, like as an example, happy to chuck it all on Mick then, because I think it will definitely make a bigger difference. Right, the suspension. So let's now get that on the books for the next race. That all sounds very nice indeed. And let's just do that. Design a new part. So speaking of the new part, we need to consider what we're actually going to build next. And I think... So the next 2 races that... The next 2 races where we won't have the part ready... Well, we'll have it ready... It won't be ready for Tondela. We'll have it ready for Cape Town, is a front wing. But Cape Town is also acceleration and deceleration. I think we go brakes here. So let's do brakes. Oh, look at all those flat performances. Look at all of this. Just flat performance. Okay, so that's 563. Can we get that any higher? I don't think we can. Let's take that off, put that on. No, that's 558. So it would be... Which they'll take 31 days. It's going to take a while. But let's get those built. You have an empty component slot, do we? We do have an empty component slot. Ooh, woo. Hold on now. I think we just take the initial base bump in reliability. Just so we can get it on the car faster.
Yeah.
Or 583. No, I think the reliability. Yeah. Yes. Cool. So those are brakes being built. That is splendid. Okay, cool. Richard Vasseur is a motorcycle champion. Beijing. Aston Martin likely to struggle for pace at Beijing, according to ex-driver Eddie Irvine. Well down on the usual. I sure as hell wouldn't want to be in that car this weekend. Eddie being traditional Eddie Irvine. Luis Leeds is a stock car champion.
I'm surprised you didn't say I'd rather not be in the ship box. That is the incompetence car.
Hey, we could beat Aston Martins though. That's something that we can do. Okay, so Beijing, 71 laps. That's the number we need to remember for the tyres.
Oh yeah, and we're only given the maximum medium tyres.
Yeah.
Sorry, hardest tyres we can get is medium rather than...
The hardest tyre we can get is the medium. Right, so Luis can have the engine, and then we will, when the suspension's good to go, and Bugatti, we can beat those two. We absolutely, yes, Bugatti is the team that we will be besting.
I'd probably hold off on the suspension considering it's only 12%.
It's only 12%. Yeah, so once we've got that up and running, we'll give that to Mick, and that can be Mick's component. So hopefully,
Yep.
I don't know if we'll have that ready for the next race because that is in 14 days. We'll see how far we can get it along. But when it's ready to go, that will be on the Mick Schumacher mobile. And then the brakes can go to Lewis as and when they're ready. So we alternate. Continue. Oh, yep. No, that's where we were. Hamilton has the engine. Excellent. Okay. I need to clean this coaster. It's, you know, like a well-worn coaster, and it kind of gets that ring of usedness on it.
Yeah.
I've got that. I'm wondering if I can actually clean that off, or if that's just going to be a
You can usually clean it off. I think just wash it. Hot soapy water. Sponge usually does the job.
I have. Yeah,
the only downside is you could accidentally get rid of any pattern on it.
This is
if
true.
you've
No,
got a patterned one.
it does have a design. Yeah, it's I'll hold it up to camera.
I
know you won't be able to see it, but stream will be able to see it. But yeah.
I will be able to see it, but it's very delayed.
Gotcha. Speaking of which,
I see. Is that a metal design? What's the coaster? Sorry, what is it? What's it made of?
So it's
normal wooden cork.
Yeah, wooden cork.
Okay, yeah. So if you do have to scrub it, then be very gentle with it. Might be worth actually using a. No, not damp cloth. That'll do the opposite.
I'm not very delicate. You know, I'm quite ham-fisted.
Might be worth trying with a dry cloth. Just slowly make circles on it and see what happens.
I will consider this. Right, we're gonna get our race trim. Ah, this is a good point. How long do the mediums? Okay, so the mediums do 55 laps at the most. So I don't think the no stop is happening. However, ooh, the softs. The softs do 44. We could do soft and soft. I like that idea. I'm a big fan of that idea. That has actually reminded me of something I wanted to discuss this stream, with something that I personally achieved during this week. I can officially say I have done some negotiating and some property management, don't you know? So, when I've been working in London, have been in something called a co-working space, which is essentially glorified hot desk environment in that, you know, you get a seat if there's one available. It's not guaranteed, right? And this gets annoying because we get there early and, you know, there's not always a guaranteed desk for us. And that's not fun. That's not fun. So, both myself and my colleague were like, man, if we could get something closer to home and a dedicated desk, that'd be ideal. Well, Simon does some looking, does some negotiating, finds a consultant, and I get them to do the job to get the businesses to contact me, because I wasn't going to ring around and do it, that's for sure. And a few hours later, I have an office in Southend-on-Sea, which is not too far from me, contact me and go, would you be free Wednesday morning? I'm like, I certainly am. I go and look at it. It's very nice, very cheap, very affordable, good facility. Has a shower in case I want to cycle to work. And I said, okay, well, let me have a chat with my boss man who works in Ireland, and we'll go from there. So I got confirmation today. So bear in mind, I only saw the place 2 days ago. I got confirmation today that we're going to move into the office. And next Friday, we will be in the first official UK business I work for office. And it was all part of my viewing and negotiating. And I'm quite proud of myself that I managed to get that sorted.
So they're moving from London out of a shared office.
Yep.
Into Southend.
Into Southend, into a what's the word I'm looking for? Into a
office.
It's an office, but it's a it's like a permanent office. It's like ours. So unlike it being like we've got a guaranteed desk, we've got it all set up. Like it's fixed. Like it'll always be there for us, 24/7 access.
Is it a nice part of Southend?
I mean, Southend isn't a nice place.
You horrible bastard. But then again, London's not a nice place either.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, And plus, it's not exactly, you know, I'm a support guy. I don't do the wheeling and dealing of sales and deal making, but you know,
True,
someone
true.
had to do it.
I mean, you had the opportunity, but you didn't go for Cornwall.
Well, Cornwall's a little
Many
bit out of the
teeth.
way, my friend.
Oh, that's fine. I'll bunk you uh, under the kitchen sink.
under the floorboards, yeah.
No, the kitchen sink.
Oh.
Like, I'll put a little blanket there and a pillow for you.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
But you just have to let me know whenever a leak appears.
I'm sure my yeah, I was gonna say my gargling.
Mum comes in. What's that? What's this sink making that sound for? Oh no, that's Simon. Open the cupboard. You're there. Hello.
Well, hello, friends.
Immediately close his cupboard.
Yeah,
He lives there now.
Slowly just creaks closed. Right. Anyway, let's get this knowledge on the soft compound tyre. It'll do.
I feel like last stream we did the Borderlands one. I wasn't really talking that much. I don't know whether I was somewhat distracted or somewhat.
You weren't watching the Book of Boba Fett, were you, like Lee was?
No, well, I think that was because I was running off 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, that can do it. That can do it. But hey, I feel Borderlands.
Technically, I'm doing now, but
I feel Borderlands in a way kind of carries itself. Like there's a story, there's a world.
oh yeah,
you
definitely.
know. So, but hey, look, you know, it doesn't matter as long as something's going on. There's good, like there can be chat flowing. Hell, I just chat to myself on these streams. I just start rambling.
I do notice sometimes I find myself just nodding along and realizing, wait, my camera is off. You cannot see me nodding along.
I'll be honest.
So I let out.
Yeah, I hate the dead air, so I just chat absolute honk, just all of
You
it.
you have a talent for it because when I did videos way back in the day, I had a lot of difficulty just filling the dead air because I'm I'm pretty much a somewhat private person about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just opening up and just talking, I find that difficult to do because I get somewhat anxious about what do I say next and all that stuff.
And that's very valid, and it's interesting you should say that because I was listening to a podcast about such a topic, but I will let you finish where you were going before I elaborate on that.
Yeah, but with obviously streaming you and the others, I find it a lot easier because it's basically a talk show with gameplay in the background.
Yeah, you've got people to bounce off of. Like in a way, it's in a way it's an actual constructive way, very low pressure of actually practicing your communication skills.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is exactly what this podcast I was listening to mentioned. They were like, "Hey, if you've ever thought about starting a podcast," because they talked about starting podcasts and they talked about starting them for fame and fortune and all that, and they're like, that's people starting it for the wrong reasons. One of the benefits of doing it that's not even fiscal is, you know, it's just a good way to practice communication. And I'm like, yo, that's so true. It really is.
Is that our official reason for doing these streams now?
Not necessarily, no. I do them because I like doing them, and plus I have not a lot of other things to do. Like as someone whose main focus in life at the moment is save for a house, I don't want to be doing too many things, especially because if those things then cost. So if I can sit at home with everything that I've already purchased, play games that I've already purchased, and sit down with my friends and enjoy myself while doing it, then hey, it sounds great, right?
Yeah, it's ticks a lot of boxes.
I can share my passion with others.
Ah, that's a good one.
There you go. You see, look at me coming out with the words. Okay.
It's your turn to have the quote of the day.
Right. So let's do the quality knowledge and let's do the softest tyre, and then any spare time we have can go towards the medium tyre, I think. Because here's the thing: Lewis will be able to get a set of soft tyres to last. Like he can do a set of soft tyres, then another set of soft tyres in the race, like quite easily. Mick doesn't have the same smoothness, therefore he wears his tyres out faster. So I don't know if Mick will be able to get the softs to last like Lewis will. Oh dear, he doesn't. He does not like the setup. He does. He's not a big fan of it. He's not a fan.
Tell me when he is.
Maybe, just maybe we go a bit harder on the suspension and maybe a bit shorter on the ratio. Let's try it. See what he says. See what he says. I'm all on board for feedback. But yeah, that was my achievement this week, negotiating of the office. So I'm pretty excited to get in there. It's fully furnished as well. So like I took a picture of it. It's on my work phone, but I took a picture of it. We get everything. Like the company that's moving currently has 3 people in there. They're moving to a bigger office just across the hall. So they take the PCs out, but it's already got desks. It's already got cabinets. So it has everything like Wi-Fi, Ethernet connection. We can talk to on-site IT about getting better speeds and actually having dedicated servers as well, which working for a tech company like I do is going to be huge. So I'm excited. It's a new chapter.
Yes.
You know, responsibility and all that.
Yes, and I have a responsibility to my liver in order to sozzle it up a bit more.
Oh, he's sozzling. He's Friday sozzling.
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm outsider, so I'm down to these Bud Lights, and they're not very strong. Well, it's not so much that they're not very strong. It's they're only little bottles, so I gulp it down and it's gone.
Yeah, I mean,
so
that'll...
one more and that'll do me for the night.
Fair play. Yeah, I should probably get on the beverage train myself. I'm feeling relatively dehydrated. Looking forward to needing a relentless positivity about Mick. You know, any form of positivity I give about Mick will be an improvement over last time. I already talked about the plan with Mick at the start of the stream. You know, we've got plans.
We're going to give him some good parts.
Yep.
And then we're going to give him the preferential treatment over his cousin. Which we do anyway, but that's beside the point.
That is besides the point. But yeah, no, we'll... Mick's getting the next new part that gets made. Not that gets made, sorry. The next new part that is ready to be put on. So he'll get the new suspension when we get it. And the only time I think we're going to need to basically take anything away from Mick is when Lewis gets his buffs in Vancouver. Because we need to maximise that race as much as possible. And then later in the season, when we've got a bit of points and once we know what the score is, you know, we might be able to give him a little something, you know? Obviously, you know, everything is considered ahead of time, but we need to see how the season goes. We're only on race 3 out of 16. I'll tell you what, right? Next month is so exciting. Like, F1 cars. Seeing the F1 cars. The new cars! Ah! I've missed. Like, I felt like there's been something missing from my life, and it is Formula 1. It just is. It's missing from my life, and it's gonna be here again in March. I can't believe that the first set of testing is behind closed doors. I really hope there's some leaks that come out of it, and then we get the actual first testing. I think it's like the first week of March in Bahrain, I want to say. I don't know, but I'm going to be watching it, and I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, well done, Mick. Well done, Lewis. Good 16th place. Good 16th place. I lie. I'm disappointed that he's 16th. But if we get half a second, which is unlikely, we could be 9th, which is where Perez is in the Red Bull. Or Perez was in the Red Bull. Where is he now? No, he's still 9th. I got very lost for a second there. Right, so mix lap is over. We will then try and fix his setup. I saw he said something about the gear ratios, so we will need to fix that. PB for Mick. Very nice indeed. So we need to get this ultra soft and qualifying up to 3, and then we can swap onto the medium tyres from there. Is there a point in tweaking anything about the setup? Could we maybe get a bit longer there and then bring that back? No. No, let's keep things as they are. Let's keep things as they are. Alright, nice. Go. Alright, you speed up. Right, McAfee. Michael von Schumacher.
Oh,
We made things
I heard
worse.
McAfee.
McAfee. You thought I was
I heard
talking about...
McAfee and I thought, oh, are you saying my name in a very, very, very strange fashion? But you won't. I see how it is. The plan is now to sing praises of Mick Schumacher while beating me down with a stick of dejection.
The stick of dejection. The scepter of sadness. I beat you with it.
No, sorry, can't keep a straight face anymore.
Oh, man. Right, let's hope those setup tweaks get Mick on the right path.
Got beer in my nose now, you prick. Scepter of sadness.
Is there a leaky faucet in your nostrils? Just don't do a spit take over your monitors, for the love of God.
Yeah, I only have one because I'm a scrub.
I'm excited. I went
No.
shopping today. This is adult. This is again the point where we talk about how adult and grown up we are. I went shopping today, and I have bought a Japanese sriracha chili sauce, and I am like, next time I do like spicy chicken or spicy beef, I'm gonna load it up in there, and
Okay. I'm glad you enjoy that. What did I do that was adulting today? That's not work related. Well, it doesn't have to be today. This past.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I talked about the success of the week in the new office.
Yeah, that's true. I don't feel like I've done a lot, but that's what that's what lack of sleep does to you. I say sleep deprivation.
Is the wordy talky thing proving hard again?
It is, and it's because of the lack of sleep. Yeah, the problem is I've just not been able to sleep until usually around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Ooh.
This is when I finally conk out.
So it has to get to the point of you getting to like absolute physical or mental exhaustion, and then you just... Yeah, I've been there, dude. I've been there.
It's just been this past week.
Has anything changed? This is where my brain goes to troubleshooting. I'm not going to lie to you. Can I troubleshoot your sleep on stream? And then we will dance the dance of joy. Oh, there will always be dances of joy, bold Sir Rob. Tell you what, if we
regardless of troubleshooting,
if we get points with both cars in this race, or at any point, I'll tell you what, I'll say it now on stream. If we get points with both cars in a race this season, I will dance the dance of joy. How does that sound?
It's been so long since I've seen the dance of joy that, or the dance of the joy. Dance of joy. Yes.
Man, how many Bud Lights have you had? The word talky thing is really difficult for you today, isn't it?
It's not the beer. It's not the beer. That's the thing.
Is it your tongue? Do you want to unswallow it?
It is my tongue. Yes.
Right. So can we get? We're not going to get much knowledge on the medium tire.
As for what's changed, I don't think so. I think nothing that jumps out immediately.
Okay.
That's what's changed. Actually, no, tell a lie. I'm wearing different pajamas.
I see. There's something as simple as this.
The thing is, they're a bit thinner than my pajamas, so it could be that actually.
Could be the weather. From personal experience, I know my sleep will suffer if I have caffeine too late. So
I will admit, I did have that on Tuesday. I knew Tuesday was because I had caffeine too late, because I was walking dead basically throughout the day, so I just had nothing but coffees throughout the day.
So a bit of an overload of caffeine, essentially.
I had, Wednesday night that was the reason. So I knew I will put my hands up and say that one was my own fault. But all the other nights, no. I've actually been quite. I've been a good boy with my caffeine intake.
Always been a good boy on his weekdays.
Oh, I've been a wee little good boy.
The only other thing, at least for me, as someone who used to struggle very badly with sleep, and it's been a hell of a lot better recently, I do notice if I either eat too late or the last thing I eat for the day is high in carbohydrates or fat, I then struggle to sleep. Those are like the things that I notice. You'll hold me to that? Yeah, feel free to hold me to it. If both cars in the points, in a race, the Dance of Joy. There you go. Right, qualifying. This is going to be...
Just don't confuse it with the Dance of Death. That's a sword fight.
Yes. I was going to say... Yes. What did you
I mean,
think?
it would be doubly worrisome for you, considering I'm the one with the sword. So...
To be fair, you are the one who happens to own a sword. This is indeed both to the top and at the top. Right.
Not sharpened, of course, because I'm a law-abiding citizen.
He says.
I'm legally obliged to say I'm a law-abiding citizen.
I'm legally obliged to say it's not sharpened. It's I'm a law-abiding citizen.
No, in all seriousness with the sword, though, it is not sharp. So, because you can't buy them sharp anyway.
True.
I know technically it is pointy, and I could probably stab myself with the point if I pushed hard enough.
You won't do it.
Of course I'm not going to do it. Do I look like a fool?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yes. Answer it.
Yes, you do look like a fool.
You are absolutely correct, but that's beside the point.
You look like Arcana Force 0, the fool!
Well, in the tarot, that means the start of a new journey, so I'll take that.
Indeed, that's what the Arcana Force was based off of.
Yes, the tarot, I know. I know this, Simon. I actually considered building a Arcana Force deck in EDO Pro, but I thought it was too much. They're not good. It's too much based on coin tossing.
They're not good. The best thing about them is the character that uses them in the sub version when he uses Arcana Force 4. Or no, I can't remember the exact number. But there's one where it's called The World, but it's like, because it's Japanese, it's like Zawardo. And I'm like, this is just incredible every time he says it.
Zawardo!
Yeah, and then you've got The Chariot, and it's just the way he says it. I'm like, I don't know why, I enjoy this. Man, Cassidy has gone 9/10 of a second faster than Hamilton in the first sector. Mick only a 10th down on Hamilton in the in the first, 4/10 down in the middle. Mick actually sticking very close with Schumacher's pace. Oh, sorry, Mick sticking close with Hamilton's pace. 14.5 for Hamilton. So Mick will be in the 15s. A 15.7. He lost a bit of time in the final sector. That's probably due to Lewis having the new engine, though. Still not bad to be 1.3 seconds down. Oh, sorry, 1.2 seconds down, exactly. Hamilton trying to race people, though? Yeah, true. Hamilton was trying to race. Man, Colton is a 10th ahead of Hamilton. What is this? Okay, so a better lap, and we will. I get the feeling a slightly better lap, and Lewis will be ahead of Norris. Easily. Man, look at the gap. If we are 2/10 faster, we're 7th. This midfield is like dense. This midfield is like a dense chocolate brownie.
Speaking of dense, I was around my mum's.
I was going to say, be very careful on your next choice of words.
Not yesterday, but the Thursday before that, and we were watching the Hairy Bikers.
Ah, yes.
This is when they were doing the Route 66.
I am familiar with the Bikers of Hairiness.
Where did they end up? the one near the Mississippi River.
As someone who has virtually walked
town.
66.
But you didn't actually go there. The problem is, because you've not actually physically walked the actual Route 66, you didn't get to see all the charming sights and sounds and the food.
Yeah, true, the food. Though, that being said...
But to be fair, if we ever got drunk enough to say, let's do Route 66 together, I probably wouldn't suggest walking. That would take a very long time.
It took a while. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I would suggest at least having a camper van or something.
It took me a hell of a long time. I think I was doing it from August through to December, and I did do a lot of cycling as part of it as well.
Yeah, but anyway, one of the towns they stopped off at had some frozen custard.
Do you know that's become a thing?
Apparently,
frozen custard is a bit odd.
It sounds odd, but apparently it's one of those things that doesn't sound like it should work, but it does.
Well, because
it's like ice cream, but thicker.
Yeah, well, this is it, because
I
was doing shopping, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, and I was in the freezer section of a supermarket, I can't remember which one, and I saw Ambrosia frozen desserts, and I was like, Ambrosia does custard. And it was like frozen Ambrosia custard desserts. And I made a mental note to try those at some point. Not like, now, but at some point I'm going to give it a go.
Let's try this. Pulls out back out of the freezer section, tears open the packet.
Yeah, just in the middle of I don't know, like Morrison's or something, just guzzling it down.
And then you slowly seal the empty box back and put it in.
Slide it back and be like, officer, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're covered in frozen yogurt, sir.
You have no proof. Right.
We're gonna have to ask you to come down to the station, and you just turn and run, leaping inside one of the frozen freezer compartments.
They'll never find me here. Right, so final lap of the session. Track grip at its absolute maximum that we can at least get it to for Q1. Let's see what both of our drivers can do.
Okay. Well, Hamilton's already improving on this time. If that green's anything to go by.
Mick has a white first sector. This is upsetting.
For him.
Well, the good thing is I think he's in front of Dan Ticktum. I think that is Ticktum behind him.
Yes, who has a green.
Yeah, so he's improving. Well, Perez has been eliminated. That sucks for Perez. Oh, Mick down again. Mick not having a good last lap.
No.
But he's blocking Ticktum. That's a tactical play. That's a excellent defensive driving. All right, so Lewis improved, but stays 19th.
But not enough.
Stays
improved, but not enough.
But to be fair, he's within a tenth of both Bugattis, so that's not actually too bad. Mick sadly is last. Okay. So, wow, Cassidy fastest. So we're out of qualifying already, which is mighty, mighty disappointing. Alright, let's just simulate these. Get these over with as soon as possible. Verstappen fastest? Maybe? Verstappen fastest? Verstappen fastest. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so Lawson 17th. Hercho got eliminated by us. So Lawson... Okay, so the two Bugattis are ahead of Hamilton on the grid.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to get through the race on a one-stop with both drivers. So I'm thinking the way that we do that, I don't think Mick has the smoothness to be able to get 2 sets of softs last. So I think with Mick, we're going to have to go with the set of mediums. Hamilton can go 2 sets of soft tyres. Verstappen on pole, maybe? Maybe Verstappen on pole? Verstappen on pole. From Cassidy, from the 2 Ferraris. AlphaTauri look very fast this season, I'd like to say, with Russell 5th and Al 7th. Brendan Hartley in the Alfa Romeo in 9th as well. Hashtag just saying. This is a mighty hashtag. All right. Okay. So, race day. Plan. L plan. Let me tell you about L plan. We have L plan. No sign of any rain. 71 laps. So, Lewis, soft tyres, race trim. Mick Schumacher, soft tyres, race trim. Car setup, it's about as good as it's going to get. We do just need to change to make sure we're on the correct tyres. I have clicked off the game.
Ah, you fool!
I clicked File Explorer. I don't know why I did that. The worst part is I clicked it on my other monitor. I'm like, that's impressive. 71 laps of fuel. Excellent. Confirm. Okay, change setup. So, Mick, 38 laps on his tyres. 38 laps. To be fair, that is 76. And it's a 71 lap race. We could do it. Yeah, go on, why not? Go on. What's the harm, eh? What's the harm, eh? Hey? And, we initiate Beans mode at the start, as we have been. And, we hope and pray. I think that's the plan. Right, here we go. 19th and 24th. At the Chinese Grand Prix. Lights are out and away we go.
And it's chaos.
Hamilton surges forward. Mick going to keep his nose clean. Is he going to absolutely launch it down the inside of the Aston Martins? Oh, there is a big...
Well, he tried, but there was a bunch of cars in the way.
Look at this. This is like a car park. It's like the M25 at rush hour.
Oh, so it was like on my way to work this morning, though. It's just stuck behind a slow bugger. And it was like that trying to find a car park space last night.
You ain't had much luck recently. Any more back roads that have resulted in extending the journey?
No. I've learnt my lesson there. Never take back roads.
Hamilton battling for 12th place. If Mick can fight his way past the Aston Martins, that would be super, trying. Which he has done in an... Oh, getting squeezed! He's through!
It's a mixed sandwich. It's a mixed sandwich.
That was an Anglo... We call that sandwich the Anglo-Saxon relationship. Right, there we go. Well, he's passed... That
sounds so dirty.
He's passed the Astons. Next up is Hirscher in the Bugatti. Can we get past him? That'd be very nice if we could. And then Lawson's just ahead of him. Well.
Well.
Really well thought out plan. Hope and pray. Look, hopium and prayium are 2 of the most important substances on the periodic table.
Yes, just to clarify, he said hopium, not opium.
Hopium, yeah.
Not to be confused with
hopium.
Opium.
Yeah, hopium.
Might have caused a few wars in China back in the day.
Hopium and prayium.
Prayium doesn't really have an equivalent to any other.
Oh, go on, Mick. Send the dive bomb. Send it. Send it. Oh, he's sending it. He's sending it.
Perform the Stuka maneuver.
Oh, he's actually sent it. What an absolute lad.
Oh, he's got one of them.
Go on, sunshine. Go on, son.
And he's got the other one.
Through.
That was a well-timed Stuka airstrike there.
Mick Schumacher up into 20th place. I'm going to need to consider turning everything down.
Boo.
Because, you know...
I mean, boo, but still, it's a legitimate reason, but still boo.
We're burning fuel and we're burning tyres.
Boo, boo, boo. I can imagine you're thinking, why are you booting? I'm right!
Yeah, it's like, I'm correct. Oh, wow, where's Verstappen? Verstappen's down in 17th. He's had an awful race.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
Good.
Hamilton up to 8th after hours had a collision with him.
Yes. Did he?
Yeah, that's what it said. That's what I mean.
completely missed
No penalty for Hour.
Must have been a little love tap.
Like,
But Hamilton and Stroll are fighting, so far Hamilton's taken the 7th position away from Stroll. Schumacher is slowly gaining on the Delatraz.
he's gaining up to the back of the pack. If he can get past all these medium tyre runners, that would be pretty
Essentially
superb.
good.
We are going to need to. We're definitely going to need to turn things down. Mick, you sandwich attack.
Oh. A bit
Beautiful.
of argy-bargy there, but he's gotten past Delatraz.
Great move on Delatraz. Now, can he pass Sergio Perez? That's the question. Right, what's everyone doing in terms of... Okay, so there are cars behind Hamilton that are pushing. What's people doing in terms of strategy around Mick? Still pushing as we are.
Okay.
Look at this!
Oh, he's after them.
He's
That
definitely
said,
after
when
him.
when does the F1 start this year?
March. I
March.
can't remember the exact date.
Well,
First race is in Bahrain. Second race is in the wonderful Principality of Saudi Arabia.
yes.
Third round's in the reprofiled Australia, and we ain't seen
Oh,
Australia in a few years, so I'm pretty excited.
Savoy's been overtaken.
He has indeed. Mick is through.
Oh, that's a big
Oh,
jump there. If he
look
can get
at
past
this! Come on, Mick.
them. If he can
Come
get past
on!
them. He's already getting past Perez.
He's
Oh.
passed both Red Bulls.
He's
Mick's
past the Red
the Red
Bulls.
Bulls. I get the feeling... Oh, I'm scared. We're
This is
pushing
going
things
well.
very hard.
This is going well. It's going too well, almost as if it's a trap.
No, we're pushing things too hard. That's why.
Suddenly the Death Star appears and just blows up the car.
That's no.
It's a trap!
Verstappen's back through. We are pushing things way too hard right now. Way too hard.
Just slightly nudged Verstappen off the
But
track. That's
I
fine.
like
No one
this.
noticed.
I like the success. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Right, we're gonna go to high and neutral.
No.
I don't want to, but the reliability of the car and the tyres and the everything.
True, it's a long race, so it's kind of needed.
Exactly. And look, for the most part, everyone else is doing the same. Look,
In
there's
the
still...
old
Oh! Perez was closing up behind and Sonoda just brake checked him, basically.
Oh, naughty.
Ah! Battle! Perez repasses the incompetent Racing Grand Prix mobile of Mick Schumacher.
I think he was the only one that was still pushing, really.
It's
Probably not now, but you know.
Yeah, now everyone's basically doing the same.
Yeah.
So we'll stay on this for now, and then we're really going to need to do the fuel shortly, essentially. We'll monitor everyone's strategy. Louis Delatraz is locked out. Well, Delatraz is behind us. See, here's the play. Notice the tactical play. Focus on mixed race. And then, you know,
It's just show encouragement to Mick.
Exactly.
Which we're doing. He's doing very well. He was near... Where did he start from? He started at...
Mick was at the back.
Yeah, he's at the back, and he's already climbed nearly... He climbed 8 paces.
Yeah, he's up 8 places. It's superb. Oh, hello. Who's a bit of a Vizor, the spanner in front of us. Bottas has collided with Hamilton. Oh, boy. That's...
What?
Oh, and Bottas now dropping down the field. Is he in the pits? Bottas is in the pits.
Can we check Hamilton's condition?
Look at that. All A-OK. Made
Nice.
Made of adamantium, our car is.
Yes, it was the Flying Dutchman's car parts that we melted down.
Aye, yes.
You know,
We've got a full car made of Casper Ackerman. Just him.
No, not him.
No,
His
it's
old
him.
car.
No, it's him.
No, that's making it morbid. I wondered why it was...
Why the
squishy.
car screamed every once in a while as you walked past it.
Yeah,
It's just
screaming about retirement or something.
moans of agony.
not so much the agony, just whinging in general.
That's called positive reinforcement. Well, yeah, it could be.
Look, every time he does well in a race, I give him a cookie. Everyone loves cookies.
Hold on, don't do that. The extra weight might not. The car's only put so much together. Mick trains like a madman, but I've seen him.
Don't worry, it's a healthy cookie.
A healthy cookie. What would you consider?
Yes.
Do you know? Right, I got really annoyed. Actually, you reminded me of something I wanted to talk about. So I got really, really annoyed the other day.
What, my levels of annoyed that I get on video games and road rage?
Not quite that bad, but it was pretty bad. So here's what happened. I am doing some shopping. Okay.
Okay.
And the Skinny Company, right? They do a lot of like 0-calorie sauces, 0-calorie sweeteners, this kind of thing. Well, turns out they do a chocolate spread, and they were like, chocolate spread, 92% less sugar, and I'm like, wow, that's really impressive. I'm impressed that it's 92% less sugar than your standard chocolate spread. And I compared it to a Nutella that was next to it, and they were right. There was a lot less sugar.
Okay.
Now, naturally, 92% less sugar sounds really healthy, right?
Okay. I'm seeing a butt here, so...
Guess how many less calories per 100 grams it was. The thing, bear in mind, that actually matters when it comes to weight management.
Next to nothing.
30. I was like, so people are going to get this, think it's 92% better for them, and it's going to make next to no difference. And I got visibly heated in this supermarket. Like, I wasn't like...
this free, like, zero sugar...
And
chocolate spread. I imagine the poor biddy next to you trying to reach over for some marmalade or something. He's going terrified. He's this ginger delinquent standing, glaring at this orange chocolate spread in the supermarket. Picture it, Simon.
I wasn't, I wasn't like audibly frustrated by this, but I was just like,
you should have been. It would have been funnier.
I was just like, what is this? What is this? I've checked out everyone's strategy, so I've turned our engines down because we need to start saving fuel. I'm thinking about conserving our tyres as well with both of our drivers, which I don't want to do. In fact, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave them both on neutral.
Yeah,
actually,
I was going to say it seems all right for now. So
we'll leave it for now. But yeah, I was just like, this is manipulative.
This is heresy at the highest standard.
It's manipulative. I was like, man, like, come on. But yeah, that's something that I didn't threaten to rip anyone's throat out, but
we call that the nuclear salt incident. We agreed about that. It's like our noodle incident, but it's nuclear salt incident.
Glare of Death was active. Luckily, you aren't Homelander or Superman. True. Yeah. Honestly, I was just there, Nutella in this hand, Skinny Co chocolate spread in the other, just like... What? Didn't get it. Which then begs the question, what kind of science have they baked into it? Well, I will say, there was less sugar, but there was more fat. I can't remember the exact difference in fat, but there was more fat in this one to like make up for the calories. But yeah, I was like, man, I bet... Like, cause Nutella is, quite frankly, Nutella is food of the gods. It is sensational, right? I was like, this probably just tastes of science. So I get the feeling the guys on the Ultra Softs are going to be coming in. They're already partially worn, so give it about 10 laps for the Ultra Soft runners. We are going to have to consider our tyres. Yeah, I do agree, Lewis. We are going to have to... we're going to have to. We're going to have to. Otherwise, we're going to have to convert to a two-stop, and I'm really not prepared to do that. Actually, you know what? Let's do it with Lewis. Come on, Mick! Let's go! Let's go! Verstappen's now had a crash. And Verstappen's in the pits. Oh, dear. No, it's Al that's in the pits. So hold on, that's Bottas and out. So Bottas is in an Alpine. Yeah, Bottas is in the Alpine, and our is Alpha Tauri, right? Wow.
Hmm?
Mick Schumacher has overtaken Colton Herschel. Let's go. Okay, Verstappen has overtaken Hamilton. That's to be expected. You know, he's in a faster car on faster tyres. Is he also not conserving? So this is fine. This is fine. You know? We need to get concerned if Ocon catches, which, to be fair, he probably will. But, hey, like, we've got to do what we've got to do to get results. You know, in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking about that drink that we were talking about, like, near the start of the stream. I should probably hydrate myself in the near future. Thank you for everyone who's come to the stream today, by the way. Greatly appreciate it. It's been a couple week hiatus for Motorsport Manager, so I'm glad to see that people are back. People are excited for the series on a goddamn like this game turns 8 years old this year, or is it 7? No, I think the PC version came out in 2015. So 7-year-old game just with an F1 mod slapped on it, and people are like, yeah, I'll watch that. Okay, so fuel slowly coming back into line. Of course, it's not going to happen very quickly because we are on neutral. Mick actually pulling away from Tsunoda. Very nice. Much PogChamp. So Stroll is the highest runner on the soft tyre. Then it's Hamilton. Highest medium runner is Vizza in the Williams. I think it's funny that mixed tyres are at 66%. And this just goes to show how like pushing can affect the tyre. You know, they're due to go like 38 laps. Currently, they've done 10.5 and they're at 65%. So, you know, it's...
Well, mixed tyres are, yes.
Yeah.
But that's because we've been pushing him for a bit longer than we did have Hamilton.
We have been pushing him longer.
Oh, no, that's...
And he's got less smoothness. He's got less smoothness, so his tyres don't last as long as well. That's just inherent based upon his stats.
Yeah. He'll get there. He'll get there.
Oh, he absolutely will. All right. Across the line. What we got? 121.7. That is consistent pace.
Well done. Well,
it's not mind-blowing, but it's consistent. And I like consistency. Consistency is key with anything in life.
Yes. I agree.
I am going to... Ooh, hello. Safety car leaving the garage.
Do we want to take advantage of the safety car? Or... I mean, it's a bit early for any kinds of pittings we were hoping for.
That is exactly what I'm thinking. I think it's a little bit too early. George Russell crashed!
Oh, what a pity for him.
Yeah, it's a little too early to pit, in my opinion. So we will turn everything down.
Yeah, because then that'll allow us to get extra fuel, extra tyre saving while the safety car's up.
Exactly. Exactly, my good man.
Because obviously, no one's allowed to overtake. And
yeah, no one's allowed to overtake. If the game decides to have a mind of its own and let things happen, then hey, that's, you know, it's not my fault.
Yeah, and it at least with the game, we know where we stand with the safety car. It's not like it's going to suddenly say, "Oh, okay, these guys can pass now. Race now."
Yeah. So the lead runners who were on the ultra soft tyre of pit makes perfect sense. Like they were going to do that anyway, and they are going onto the soft compound tyre, so they are completing the first of their 2 pit stops. This will allow us to extend and continue to go for that one-stop strategy, which I quite think is excellent. So Stroll is going to carry on.
For us now.
Yeah. Stroll's going to carry on. Verstappen is getting his damage looked at, so he's going to be right down the back. You know, he's having an awful race. Quite frankly.
On past.
Yeah, he's up into 5th.
Yeah, because technically the only way you're allowed to overtake is if you're the other car's in the pit.
Correct. Correct, sir. Oh, is Mick going to get any places? He's going to pass Verstappen. Is he going to pass the Alfa Romeo? I think he is. Mick is going to be up into 13th place.
Nice.
Bloody fantastic news. Yes. Yes, good.
So boys got past.
Ooh, very nice. Bottas still at the back, by the way. This will allow Bottas to catch the back of the pack, in all fairness. Let's actually have a look at Russell. How did Russell bin in? Well, I wouldn't call that a crash. I think he's more just stopped.
I think it's a case of he went off the track. Something's probably happened underneath, and the car's no longer responsive to his commands. So,
unfortunate for Georgie Porgy.
put in a pie.
Look at this. Look at this vibrant vehicle known as the Incompetent Racing Grand Prix Mobile. It's the ICGR. Wait, Incompetent or Incompetent Racing GPM. Yeah, it's the ICR GPM002. That's the chassis number and name.
Okay.
Because, of course, 001 was our first year.
I'm not going to lie, a lot of that just went over my head.
Yeah, it went over mine as well, in all honesty. I'm just babbling at this point. Okay, so...
Schumacher's caught the back of the pack, so that might help him.
Excellent.
Christ, I thought he was going to go into the back of Yamashita then.
Just casually just drives into the back of him, like, out.
Yeah. Bush.
Guys, I've got damage. Not sure how it happened. Now, Mick, are you lying to us?
Open your mouth.
Oh, what is going on? The cars are acting really weird behind the safety cars. There's a lot of stopping and starting. I don't like it.
Might be because we've got it on ×4, so it's just kind of jumping ahead a bit.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna watch it on ×1 behind the safety car. Is a bit slow for my liking. In fact, let's go ×12. Because it's not the end of this lap. It'll be the end of the next lap.
Next one, yeah.
Tyres. Oh, look at the fuel. The fuel coming back into line. Oh!
Lovely.
It pleases me on every level.
So, when the safety car ends, are we going to have a quick moment of pushing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we are going to go absolute Jerry... We're going to go Jerry Beans man on it. Positive fuel. Positive fuel. Yep, very good. Very nice. Very good. We are going to get... And thankfully, our temperatures haven't, like, that. Our tyres actually haven't gone, like, completely cold, which can happen.
No, they're quite nominal.
They are in a decent range. Very decent range. Okay, so we are going to return to normal speed now. And we're going to hold. We're going to hold for now because we don't start racing again pretty much until the final corner. So we are holding. We are holding. We are holding.
Okay.
We're still holding. Hold. Right, Lewis, get ready. And Mick, you will hold. You will hold. You will hold. Hold. There we go. Okay. Now we're ready. Let's go racing! Hamilton has lost 3 places. Excellent.
Well, to be fair, they are... Oh.
Dan Ticktum has collided with Valtteri Bottas.
Another crash. Everyone... Safety car comes back out.
Oh, could you imagine? Hamilton trying to get those places back, by the way. Mick trying to go around the outside of Yamashita into turn 1. Can he make the move stick? There is a Williams in his way of Esteban Ocon. I think he's still going to do it, though.
Might have a gap he can squeeze through.
I think he's still going to do it. If he can get on the power, which he can't, gets forced off the road.
But he'll try again next time. Which case he'll be more successful. It was only because the Williams was in the way.
Oh, the Red Bull
But
of
that said,
Verstappen.
Verstappen is trying to get his positions back.
Side by side through the chicane. We've got the inside line.
We can't fully... Oh, hello.
There's a blow up.
There's a fire.
Blowing up. Who is blowing? Is that Sergio Perez? No, it's a Williams. It's the Williams of Visa. Oh dear, there appears to be almost a pile-up going on. Viz is going to be... Yeah, I'm not surprised Viz is nearly or going to be pitting there.
Well, Schumacher's climbed a couple of paces.
He has indeed.
Hamilton's gone back up to 5th.
The door has been left open and in dives
but
Verstappen. Hartley. But we've gotten the power. Very good.
I kept Saboya out of it for now. Oh, but he's giving it a good fight.
Oh, he's getting his elbows out. Ooh, Ocon nearly turned in on him. Right, so what's everyone doing in terms of their strategy? Yep, everyone has got things up. I mean, not as high as us. We've got things very high. Go on, take advantage. Send it, Mick. Send it, Mick.
He's trying. He's trying, but don't forget he's got the older engine.
He does have the older engine. I was hoping he could slam on the brakes, but of course he doesn't have the new brakes yet. Actually, to be fair, it will be Lewis getting the brakes. Mick gets the suspension. Right, I want us to keep on top of our tyres during this stint, so we're going to neutral and we're going to go high on the fuel with Mick to keep things... Oh, he might get Ocon on acceleration, but Ocon's got the inside line to the next corner. It's going to prevent Mick from turning in.
Oh, fair fight, that is. I was thinking, though, earlier, like when we're building like an engine or stuff...
Yes...
I was thinking it's a shame there isn't like an option in when you put the order in that like say you can't say build 2 of these, which
that would be amazing.
It'd be good thing. So sure, it'll take a bit longer than building 1, but it'll be a lot quicker than building 1 and then another one.
I agree.
And sure, but it will. But again, with the money thing, it'll probably be expensive than just building 1.
And you've reminded me about something.
Yes.
So you remember, I've mentioned this before about the Frontier Games officially licensed F1 Manager game.
Oh, yes.
Was due to come out 2022.
It is still 2022, yes.
No, it's now coming out 2023.
Okay. It might be the same. It might be a similar thing with the Skywalker Saga, for Lego Skywalker Saga. So they announced it initially, and then they've decided to push it back a year. Hopefully, it'll be a case of they just want to polish it up.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with projects.
It's a shiny diamond rather than
totally fine.
a misshapen, dull rock.
Totally fine with projects getting pushed back if it means we get a fantastic final product. Looking at you, CG Project Red. Looking at you, Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
All right.
I when it comes to games development, I've never liked the term deadline. I've always seen it as estimated time.
This is it,
like
because you've got
ETA, estimated time of arrival.
You've got the devs who've got a vision on what they want the game to look like, how they want it to play, the features. Like that's what they've got. That's what they want to build. That's over here, and then you've got the publishers and the sponsors and the deals, and they're like, yes,
and the money people,
but money. And like, no, it needs 2 more years to be finished, or we could sell it now and get money.
Yeah, I get that, but equally so, I don't think it's always the publishers that do push it. It's usually them 99% of the time, yes. But I feel like it's a case of once you start a timer as soon as you announce the game.
That's it.
So the best thing I think to do, in my personal opinion, is start working on it and when you've got like a beta version of the game, then you announce it.
Yeah, when it's nearly ready, because then that's
Yeah.
when you start building excitement. Don't
Yeah,
do what
when
they
it-
did with Master Doll, which is where with Master Doll they showed us stuff, like they were posting stuff about it, but it was always just like coming soon, and then just one Wednesday morning. Oh yeah, Master Doll's out by the way. What? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Keep your development somewhat on the quiet, but not so quiet. So when you say, "Yeah, it's out," people blink confusedly. Say, "I'm sorry, what is this?"
Yeah, exactly. Like now,
Like,
now
and
hold on
now,
here.
like, keep it on the quiet, but then announce it. Like saying, then that's when you do like the final stuff, like quality assurance testing, any polishing you want to do, uh, just bits of development that you kind of need people, other outside people for, and then while you're doing that, your marketing team's going to be running around and marketing the game, building some hype up. Then, then like say the following year, you can deliver a not a release. Yeah, you could probably release a trailer with the aimed release date.
You wanna know what I want to see
That's
more
when
in
you're.
video game trailers? You wanna know what I want to see more of? Gameplay. I'm
You want
real
to see more
sick
gameplay?
of cinematic trailers.
I
However,
think
here's the thing. I don't want to be a stickler. I want to see gameplay, but I don't want to see like don't get me wrong, the trailer for Battlefield 2042 amazing. Here's the problem. It was very scripted. It was incredibly scripted gameplay.
Yeah.
And that game is apparently a dumpster fire right now.
Ooh.
I don't personally play it, but some of the people I used to work with do, and they're like, yeah, it's awful. They're like, go play
Yeah.
like Battlefield 5 instead.
Yeah. Battlefield 5 is a good game.
Schumacher passed Perez, who is in the pits because of causing a collision. So Perez down in 21st.
What a pity for him.
I know. Awful. Absolutely awful.
I think I do like cinematic trailers because it gives you a bit of background lore. But for the purposes of showing off the gameplay is always the superior one. But if it's scripted, then it's iffy. Because you don't know if you're getting that stuff or whether you're just getting. Oh, you can get that if you do a series of convoluted tasks in order to get that first.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't mean like a fetch quest. I mean like if you aim your rifle just at this one tiny minuscule spot on the brown dirt, you could probably kill 3 people with this that shot, but you have to aim it so precise. And I mean, some of the trailers you get like for I'm used to Sea of Thieves here, like when they're like firing cannons all over the place and landing it right where they need to. I think to myself, how long have they sat there aiming these cannons to be just perfect for the trailer?
You gotta wonder. It's got to be a considerable portion of time.
How frustrated was the person aiming the cannon at the end of it?
So tyres are still going up in temperature.
Okay.
Fuel is coming down, but everyone... I don't want to turn the engine down because everyone's like doing... Everyone's on high.
Yes, I see.
It's very disconcerting. Tell you what, I'm gonna go mull this over. I'm gonna take a break from the pit wall. I'm gonna mull this over.
Okay,
Chair,
so he's going.
you know what to do.
Oh,
I believe in
Chair's in charge. Chair's got the better idea. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see what it is. Stupid racing frassing. Yeah, shabba. Well, I can't complain too much. At least it's a similar chair to what I'm sitting in. And it is a comfy chair. Yeah, so I'm immediately harkening back to where I have awkward time filling dead air. This is one of those times. Oh boy. So, Winter sucks, I guess. What we need now is just some like awkward background music, just while I fuddle my way through this silence, this radio silence. And yes, the chair is showing its superiority over me with the omega symbol on the back. I just have the T for I don't actually know. I think it's the type of chair I'm sitting in. I was going somewhere with this. What was I going with it? Ah, thanks, Vicky. At least someone appreciates me. Wow, he really is mulling this over, isn't he? Just let's go to Discord so I can see it in real time. Oh dear, Verstappen has passed Hamilton, but to be fair, that is somewhat used to be expected with our car. Schumacher's taken a place, so that's good. Debris on the track. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. Yeah. My emotional range, it's definitely not a teaspoon's emotional range. It's like a whole wok, if you're using cooking terminology here. It's a wok where you've thrown every single ingredient in at the same time.
Right. I'm back.
Here comes the wreck the day.
Back, right, what do we got? Chair's in charge. Chair's always in charge. Yeah, Mike is a very important factor in these streams. Mike brings
appreciated.
Mike brings a certain spectrum, if you will. You know, we've got most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, I'm pretty zen. I'm pretty level, right? So as Vicky says, the range of emotions, because you could be zen, and then half a second later, you could be nuclear, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I love it.
And half a second later, I'm back to zen.
Exactly. It's truly brilliant.
Yeah, because I don't know if you sticking your headphones on as I was saying it, but basically, I don't have the emotional range of a teaspoon. I have the emotional range of a wok, if we're using the cooking terminology.
That's pretty great. Okay. So. Lap.
The only difference is, so far, I can confirm I've yet to burst into tears during one of these streams.
Yet. I'm gonna use the phrase "a wok of emotions" from now on. It's beautiful.
Perfect.
So I went downstairs. I got my drink to be hydrated, and the other day,
Oh.
while I was shopping, I feel like I talk about shopping a lot recently. I found
That's because we're old. That's all we do really these days. We play games and shop.
The emotional range of the Bermuda Triangle. Sometimes I feel like that's my emotional range, and sometimes it's just non-existent. So my absolute favourite treat as a child, I loved munchies, right?
Munchies?
Munchies.
Were those like the little that look like paws? Or...
No, that's Monster Munch. No, munchies are they're like a little biscuit piece with some like toffee caramel surrounded in chocolate.
Okay.
And there was a whole thing. I can't remember if it was Munchies or if it was Rolos, but if you like offered the last one to someone, it was supposed to be like a gesture.
I think that was Rolos.
Yeah, something.
I remember the adverts.
As we also know,
I will point out I never offered anyone a Rolo because they're my Rolos. Damn it!
That's fair. As we also
if you
know,
want, buy it yourself.
As we also know on this stream, I adore white chocolate. It is superior in nearly every way. So when I went...
White chocolate is a guilty pleasure for me.
When I went shopping and found white chocolate munchies, That
You
was
got 'em.
Rolo. Thank you, Bolter Rob. It was Rolo. White chocolate munchies.
That's right. You didn't believe me. You just went.
No,
Anyway.
it's not that I didn't believe you.
yes, I shall guilt trip you all I want.
It's not that I didn't believe you. Listen, right? As someone who works in the tech industry, right?
Yes.
If someone goes, let's say I have 1,000 people,
Yes.
and one person goes, "This is a problem. Oh my god, the world's on fire," and no one else says it. It's a use case, right?
Yeah.
But let's say I have 1,000 people and 750 people say this is a problem, then yes, there is probably a problem.
Yeah. All right.
But anyway, yeah, I have white chocolate munchies.
And we found out how Simon approaches problems. If it's one person doing it, he'll laugh. If it's many people doing it, he'll panic. Well, not panic, but he'll try and do something about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did I think of that little meme of like the crash test dummy with his hands up in the air with the poorly spelt panic next to it?
To be fair, whenever there's an issue, that's pretty much the mode that I revert to.
Panic!
Panic! Right, so Mick is going to struggle to get to his lap time. Not lap time, his amount of laps needed.
True, but what, for fuel or... What are we talking about now? Fuel or tyres or
fuel
like,
will be
aiming
fine.
for points?
I'll start saving fuel momentarily.
Are we talking about aiming for points here? Or are we talking about his tyres? I need context, Simon.
I'm talking about tyres. He's at 25% wear. Random
be
question,
fair-
completely off topic. Do you say it's like comparing apples and oranges or like comparing apples and pears? I've always said comparing apples and oranges.
I've never heard the term apples and pears, but to be fair, I've rarely heard the term comparing apples and oranges.
Is this an off-topic conversation because is there a heated debate occurring right now and you needed to confer to a panel? Because I've done that before. Where's my biscuit piece in this munchie?
You got the one that didn't have one. Wait a minute.
Typical sheep mentality. If one is doing, answer is no. If many are doing, answer is ma. Listen, I know because I've been burned before. It happened this week. I had maybe, yeah.
That's what I was laughing at, by the way. Maybe.
Can I ask who's on what side? So Mike, hold on.
I feel like I've heard of both at some point in my life.
I've never
but it's
heard.
so rarely used.
I've never heard comparing apples and pears. I've always gone apples and oranges.
Either that or I'm thinking of that song. Yes, I am thinking of the song. Apples and the oranges and the bells are St. Clements.
Are you okay?
I think it was. It was primary school here, so I'm reaching very far back into the pits of my.
Oh yeah, you're talking like the 1920s.
Fuck you, sir. I'm talking about the late 1990s, actually, and early 2000s.
What was it like being 50 in the early 2000s?
Very rejuvenating, because in the early 2000s, I felt 10. I felt like I was 10 years old. Because I was 10 years old.
I love that I'm just like pushing the thing of lol Mike old. Like I'm not even that much younger than you.
No, you're what, 5 months younger than me, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but you're 30 this year, so. Oh,
there we go. I've burst into tears now.
That's one of the most porn acting cries I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, I am actually crying now, but it's because of laughing too much there.
I will throw it out there on that topic.
No, not too much, too hard there.
It is My birthday is
Oh,
on a
dear.
Friday this year, and I'm going for dinner, so I will look to reschedule Motorsport Manager for that week.
Okay, fair enough. Next week, Saturday, I am going out for Chinese New Year.
Are you going to
To
your favourite
Chinese.
Chinese restaurant?
Yes, yes, I am.
Are you going to get the special thing again?
Yes,
Good.
yes, I am.
Remember, we can't talk about that. Lee needs to find out for himself.
He does.
So,
All I will say about it is that looking at it, you think that can't work, but it
and
does.
then it does. Okay, so Mick, if Mick does a couple more laps,
We could go to another soft, or are we going to medium?
we could go to another soft. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna get him to do 2 more laps. I'm gonna get him to go. Well, then again, this is him starting lap 31 now. I believe in Mick.
This lap and the next lap, basically.
He's got to do.
Or
this,
shall we just say at the end of this?
Well, he's
this
got to
lap?
do this lap. I think he's got to do a few more. Anyway, I trust him. I trust him.
No,
to get it
hold
done.
on a minute. Hold on a minute. He's got to do 40 more laps. Roughly.
So he needs to pit at the end of lap 33.
Okay. Bearing in mind, he's still technically on lap 31.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I trust him.
I'm not saying I don't trust him. I'm just saying we need to keep in mind of his tyre wear. In a very roundabout way, that is.
Oh, I know. Can I just say, it's nearly
Yes.
8 o'clock, and we are not even halfway through this race yet.
Shall we up it to ×2 then?
I'm thinking we might need to do that, yes.
Yes.
Let us proceed in the direction of forwards. I mean, mixed lap
Yeah,
times
you'll be
aren't
right.
suffering yet. Right, lap.
No.
So he's on lap 32. So not the end of this one, end of the next one. The leaders are now on lap 33.
Yeah, so the moment he passes that line, we'll stick him on for another pit stop. Not another,
well,
you know what I mean.
yeah, it's not this lap, it's the next lap. End of lap 33 he needs to pit.
Ah! Yes! Sorry, I've just gone back over to chat. The song I was referring to, it is Oranges and Lemons to the bells of St. Clemens. Ding dong, ding dong. Fucking Freya Chaka or something.
What the hell?
That's a completely different song!
Yeah, just a little bit. You're a little bit out there.
Freya Chaka.
So hold on. So we've got 3 on team apples and oranges. Bolter Rob has heard both. So if you were to go to say one, Bolter Rob, what one would you say? Right. So the leaders are on lap 34. Hold on. So if the leaders are on lap 34, and Mick hasn't
Where are we
been
now?
lapped, Mick needs to pit this lap.
Yes.
Right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. In the pits, he will go. All right.
Sit in the back seat.
Right, what are lap times we've been doing?
A bit scream.
21-2. Not bad. Not bad lap time. So Mick in, hopefully, for his one and only pit stop. Valtteri Bottas has spun. Very unfortunate for Valtteri Bottas. Delatrage had a crash. Yeah, he's collided with Bottas after a while Bottas was recovering.
What a pity for him.
Good pit stop from the boys. 2.6.
Oh, it's safe improved. Somewhat.
Mick comes out in 21st. Now, hopefully, that's his one and only pit stop. Now, he has been lapped by Charlie Boy Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. However,
Ooh. We're not going to take advantage of that on fuel-wise, because the minute we overtake him again...
exactly.
Yeah,
And
because we're fairly confident we can unlap ourselves, so...
Bolter Rob would probably go towards apples and oranges. Okay. So that's 4 for apples and oranges.
be fair, I think in the context, I'm assuming
Ooh.
the saying is to like you're comparing two completely separate things. I'm assuming that's what it means. Like some,
The saying usually goes, that's like comparing apples and oranges.
yeah. So that's
Yeah, you're trying to compare, like, two
an
different
apple.
things.
Yeah. So I assume in that regard, apples and oranges would make more sense because apples and pears they are different, but they are somewhat
They're more
similar.
similar than apples and
Then
oranges.
yeah, I think we can expand on this somewhat.
Okay, so Leclerc has had to pit early,
Okay.
meaning he's on the medium. Comes out fourth. He's now going to push to try and overtake Sainz. Meanwhile, back to Mick.
I think you could make that saying funnier by just changing the apples and the oranges to two completely different things. Like, it's like comparing sellotape to an aeroplane.
I think the reason it works for apples and oranges is because they're still somewhat in the ballpark, like they're still both fruit. I'm going like that's like comparing sellotapes and aeroplanes a bit.
It's more humorous.
True, it is. Yeah, no, you are exaggerating it a bit. I'll give you that.
I think in terms of comedy and exaggeration, the sellotape to aeroplane is the funnier one. But
No,
yeah, apples and oranges is better for the everyday use, I guess. I'm not very good at coming up with sayings.
Just waiting for my app to load so I can scan my white chocolate munchies into my calorie tracking. Now, what is life, eh? What is life, eh? There we go. Right, let's scan. Maybe. Hells yeah. 94 I did, so I'm gonna go 90. Lovely. Excellent. That was a glorious little snack. A wee little snack, Clington. It was very good. Alright. Now, where are we? We're in the room. Mick. Mick Schumacher. Son of Michael. Formula 1 driver. Haas F1 team.
For a horrid moment, I thought, I don't have kids. Wait, and then I realised, wait. My last name's not Schumacher.
Ketchup or catsup, though? The ultimate question. Ketchup. Then again, so here is something that infuriated me.
Oh god, another thing that infuriated you. Was this a zero salt ketchup that had actually
it was minuscule.
more sugar in it?
It had nothing to do with the problem, but it irritated me. So the reason it irritated me was because in a previous relationship of mine, they called it red sauce. I'm like, it's not red sauce, it's ketchup. They're like, yeah, but brown sauce is called brown sauce because it's brown and it's sauce. I'm like, yes, but like it doesn't have a name. Like everything is called tomato ketchup, right? Well, not everything, but like every red sauce is. They're like, no, it's red sauce. And I remember getting really annoyed one day. So I got the bottle of ketchup. I got a black Sharpie. I scribbled out tomato ketchup, and I wrote fart juice. So we just had this bottle of tomato ketchup, but of course the ketchup label just said fart juice, and it became known because I was infuriated about the fact of red sauce, and I henceforth wanted no more mention of red sauce, so we had fart juice.
Well, I associate red sauce. You know the some Indian places when they gave you like sauces with your papadums, sorry.
Yep.
Pompadours. What the fuck am I talking about?
Pompadours.
When they give you someone's hairstyle on the table. No, the papadums. There was like a mango chutney, the vegetable horrifying thing, and this
The
red sauce.
Horrifying thing. Love that.
Yeah, I think of that. It wasn't so bad, that red sauce. It was like I think it was pickled onion or some sort.
I always remember with red sauce goes on ice cream. Yes, the red strawberry sauce.
Like strawberry sauce and raspberry sauce is amazing.
Raspberry is the greatest of all time fruit.
Yes.
It is the goat, the unparalleled goat. Right, so mixed fuel is looking good. So we might be able to actually push it a little bit. Not a huge amount. So let's just up his pace a little bit. He's in fresh air right now, setting personal best lap times, which is very nice. So when there are cars like Evans, like Visa we know has to pit again. Perez has to pit again. Herscher. So Mick might be able to make some ground on those guys. The problem is Mick is currently getting blue flagged and lapped. So he is going to lose a bit of time, like, compared to the other guys.
No, it's unfortunate.
Lewis, meanwhile, down in 11th. But I think a lot of the cars just ahead of him have to make another pit stop. Meanwhile, like, Lewis has made his one and only pit stop. Is Lewis running in fresh air? Kind of fresh air. Sort of.
If we look at him, we can tell. No, he's judging by the map itself. Yeah, he's got a bit of fresh air, but he'll quickly catch up to.
A little bit. He's got Sonoda behind him. What's his first lap out the pits looking like? It's a 1:19.1. How do I feel about that?
I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I don't think that's fast enough. Let's get him to push a bit harder. So, it's a short pit lane. What are the chances of Mick overtaking? He's lapping in the 120s. The cars ahead are lapping in the 119s. I don't... The problem is Mick is very borderline with his tyres. Like... The reason we can get away with pushing by Hamilton is he just has this inherent ability to make them last longer. You know, insert tyres are gone meme, you know. Whereas Mick doesn't have that. So we are running a borderline with him. Like I want him to finish ahead of as many cars that are currently ahead of him as possible. I just don't think right now he can do much of a lap time. That said, he's on a much better lap this time around. And Bottas is in. Are we going to pass? Oh, yeah, we're going to pass Bottas. We're going to pass Bottas, and Mick is actually going to go and do a personal best of a 19.8. That is exactly what we need to see right now. And he's well clear of Bottas. And Stroll, actually. Good work. Very, very good work. Keep it up. If we can finish ahead of both Bugattis with both cars, I will consider that a monumental success. Still got 20-something laps to go. 26 laps to go. Did I read someone crashed? No. Mick Schumacher, PB in Sector 2. Very nice. Very PogChamp. No rain expected. Lawson and Evans in the pits. And look at that. Mick flies by both of them. Comfortably. Very good. Very good. Let's leave his let's leave his fuel where it is, because he's got a nice bit of spare fuel right now. But let's just turn his tyres down a little bit just to help conserve them. Because he's borderline. Let's be honest here. He's borderline. 25 laps remaining. Delatraz on the ultra soft already, so Delatraz is going to have to pit again. Things are looking quite nicely at the moment. I've gone and said it now. You've done it now. You've gone and made a big mistake. That's what I do. How are you starting to struggle with tyre wear? You're at 71%. Bruh. I see through the lies of the
Jedi. Oh yeah, that one.
Of the Jedi. It's fine. We'll conserve his tyres for a couple laps, then we'll go back to neutral. I mean, he's still doing good lap times. Like, he's still in the 17s. I mean, this time around, he's going to do a, what, a 17... Oh, no, not a 17. A 20.1. That's still, like, decent. It's not bad lap time. You know, it's faster than our, albeit Bottas is making a move. Bottas goes round the outside, Bottas is a faster car. Let's no longer conserve the tyres. Come on, let's push a little bit more. Mickathy Schumacher. .23 laps remaining. Oh, Lawson charges past. A bad couple of corners for Mick Schumacher as now Stroll makes a move. I think Stroll does need to pit again, though. Mick, your parts are fine.
Unless you're talking about how it's shit in general, then yes. Yes, it is shit. And we do need a new front wing.
Yeah, no, we need new development for the front wing. Yes,
Yes,
I agree.
It is on the list, Mick. Don't worry.
Yeah, everything's on the list. We need to upgrade everything.
Yeah. We're trying to go by as critical.
Albeit, so close. So close to Stroll.
So very close.
Oh! He's trying. He's trying.
Maxi boy Verstappen's
Set the
taking the
fastest
lap.
His tyres are running out, though. But that means I think that the AI might go to a set of Ultra Softs again at the end. Which would be very upsetting. I'd be very upset if they went to Ultra Softs. Vizza collides with Colton Hirscher. Vizza's been given a 5-second penalty. Does Hirscher have damage? Sadly, no.
Hard to tell.
Vizza is the one with damage, and Vizza has the penalty.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
These guys on the mediums, I say these guys, it's only Colton on the mediums. He's going to have to make a pit stop in the near future. Lando Norris.
Leclerc's on the mediums, but
There
he's
he is.
only gone on to it, I think.
Oh dear, that's
That's a toasty vehicle.
yes, I think that McLaren is struggling a little bit. Not McLaren, the Alpine. Schumacher having a massive scrap with a couple cars, by the way. Savoy also has damage. I did not notice. Mick's too busy fighting the Williams of Vizza, who still has an issue. That Williams is sadly just a little bit too quick for us.
I need to trim my facial hair.
Oh, pulls out from behind the black smoke of the Alpine.
It's getting a little bit unruly, so I just need to tidy it up.
Unruly, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, I knew that feeling when I just shaved mine off completely. Vizza has a mechanical issue.
Winter as well, you fool.
Yeah, gonna have a very cold face, my friend. Hartley and Norris in the pits. Very nice. Verstappen in. Go on, round the outside. Oh, squeezed out. The Williams drove off track for a hot second there.
Yes.
Slow the Aston Martin down. Slow the Aston Martin down. Please. I beg of you. Oh, go on. Into turn one, Mick. You've got it. You've got it. Oh.
He's
Oh, overtakes a couple drivers who were in the pits. Very good. Very good.
nice.
Oh, actually, no. I wanna carry on pushing. I want to carry on pushing with Lewis on his tyres, but I'm going to bring the fuel down. Because, you know, we need to start saving that fuel. We need to get to the end of the race. Sainz collides with Brendan Hartley. That could be huge. Sainz currently in the lead. Sainz with a penalty. So that puts Leclerc in the lead. Oh, but does Leclerc's on mediums? Oh, wait, Verstappen's gone to mediums. Does he not have any ultra soft left? Unfortunate, if so. Unfortunate. Sainz with damage. Sainz loses the lead. Sainz loses second place. Is he going to lose third place? Sainz down to fourth. Oh dear, oh dear. That is Sag. That is what we in the biz call Sag. Mick with a great personal best of a 1:19.4. Sadly, it would appear that the other cars around him, like the Lawson and the Toyota, were just a wee bit too fast. However, he is further up the field than he normally is. Great performance from him today. Great performance. I don't mean that to sound condescending. It sounded like it sounded condescending. I didn't mean it. It's actually been a good performance. As Vizza runs wide. I've nearly burnt off all his excess fuel, so we're going to have to turn his engine down a bit. Ricardo in the pits. Hamilton does get him.
Nice.
Very good. I'm not going to lie. I fully expect Ricardo to overtake Hamilton. Because he's going to be on fresh tyres. And in a faster car. So, you know, he's just going to be like, yeah, no. See you later.
I get it. We'll enjoy it while it's lasting.
15 laps to go. Delatraz on Supersoft? Delatraz was on the Supersoft. I think he's just pit for the softs. Which has put Colton Herscher up into 20th. Mick looking like going to be another personal best. And it is a 1:19.3. Ocon pits. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot of the guys up that end of the field are going to be doing their second pit stop. A lot of them seem to have already done their second pit stop, to be fair. Now we just watch as the laps tumultuously tick down. Towards demise. So Sainz looks like he's going to bring it home fourth. I don't see him catching Cassidy. Can Verstappen close over a second a lap to Leclerc? Probably not. Evans has spun. That's unfortunate. Can we catch him? No, he's just a little bit up the road. Lap 59 starts. Mick Schumacher right ahead of Hamilton on track, who is defending 5th place from Rick Bobby. I say defending. Rick Bobby just absolutely sent it. And has pushed him off the track. Ooh, controversial. Controversial. Go on, slow him down. Slow Rick Bobby down. Do it, Mick. Ignore the blue flags. Damn it, you're too nice.
Yeah, but if you ignore the blue flag, he'd inadvertently slow Hamilton down as well.
True. Very true. Very true. And he would have got a pen away. And we don't want him to get the pen away.
No, and Mick here is thinking with a clear head. Because he's thinking, yeah, sure, I could slow Ricardo down, but that in turn will slow Hamilton down.
Very
My
wise.
teammate.
See, that's a wise head on young shoulders there.
Yeah, that's why we hired him. Because he's smart. Smarter than us.
He's a lot smarter than us. And
Yes,
he's
but
the
we don't claim
better
that.
Schumacher.
Yes.
We don't talk about that other one.
Do not speak his name.
He who shall not be named.
Ah, yes. Lord Voldemort, the greatest race car driver ever.
Right.
He has a grudge against Harry Potter because he was usurped from the World Championship.
Here comes Colton Herscher. He's up behind Mick and he's trying to get through. Mick pushing.
Right?
Oh! Mick's elbows were out, but sadly Colton has got through. They just seem to have a lot more pace late in the race. They can afford to push harder.
Yeah. We have 10 laps to go.
Do indeed have 10 laps to go.
And we have just over 10 minutes to go. A lap a minute, come on.
There's Sonoda. Alright, any slowing down of Sonoda you can do, Mick. Yeah, that looked alright. That looked alright in terms of slowness. Being a team player. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
So we're pretty much gonna leave Mick on neutral on his tyres and high on the fuel for just as long as possible as Bottas runs wide.
Yeah.
Hamilton, I'm conserving his tyres and using a little bit of fuel just to help him along, because he's only 5 seconds ahead of Tsunoda.
Yeah, but we're going to have to think about that because we've already gone down to negative.
Yeah, we're not that negative. Thank you.
No, but it's something to keep your eye on now.
Oh, agreed. Wholeheartedly agree. Absolutely. What's Tsunoda doing? Tsunoda's backing up anyway, so Tsunoda's not even really pushing. We actually pulled over a second on him on the last lap.
Good.
Good, yes, good.
We shall be watching your career with great interest, young Anakin.
To be fair, Mick has actually got a decent gap back to Delatraz, so I'm actually just going to call him off for a little bit, and that way, should Delatraz close on him too quickly, which, to be fair, last lap Delatraz closed by over a second, but if he does close by much more, we can at least then turn Mick up. H2O. Good stuff, you know. Good stuff, this H2O. 8 laps remain. Delatraz has run wide. This is good. This is good. Sounds like Mick will keep his position. Yes. Yes. Excellent. Right, so we've got a bit of time to... Tsunoda with Hamilton, so I'm actually going to turn up his tyres and turn his engine down. Perez in the pits for ultra soft, so maybe Perez is going to try and take that fastest lap away from Verstappen. That would be a bit silly, because Verstappen's the one fighting for the championship. And Verstappen has closed the gap to Leclerc down to, well, it was down to 5 seconds. Leclerc seems to be pulling that out a little bit now. Stroll in the pits for their second pit stop. It's a shame we couldn't keep up with the Bugattis, because Lawson has now pulled over 20 seconds on Schumacher. We're learning here, the second stint is where we're actually losing the most time with Mick. That said, his first stint was very good. I was very impressed with what I saw today. Got his elbows out. Battled hard when he needed to. Delatraz now only 5 seconds behind. But then again, we are getting a lot of blue flags. We're now going to get a blue flag for the leader, Charles Leclerc. So we did get a big chain of blue flags there that has cost us time versus Delatraz.
Yes.
That is a Toyota Yamashita. Oh, he was getting blue flag. That's why he was moving slow. Okay, that's fine. That's not too much of a concern. Tyres gone off? No, tyres are fine, man. Tyres were lower than this on his first stint. See, he's up by a second. His tyres were down at about 15% on the first stint, and he was still doing all right. His tyres are fine. His gearbox isn't, but his tyres are fine. So those blue flags. Parts are looking rough. Listen, friend. Blue flag. Oh no, he was setting a decent lap and he gets blue flagged again. Still 2.1 seconds up on his previous lap time though. 4 laps to go. Here comes 11th place, Brendan Hartley now.
Go away!
Stop lapping us! This is so rude. There's Cassidy. Verstappen getting the gap down again to 4 seconds to Leclerc. All I want to do with Mick is beat that car. A couple of laps ago, we were 13 seconds ahead. Now we're on the same bit of racetrack as Delatraz. Ah, he just couldn't fight back.
I blame all the people lapping us.
I mean, I will counter-argument that by they also had to lap Delatraz as well.
Still,
So
Delatraz will recover from it sooner.
Delatraz would have also got the blue flags. But a good performance.
Then again, it could be the condition of Schumacher's car.
There you go. Exactly. And soon...
And what is that condition, might I ask?
Listen, something about the gearbox. He's lost fifth gear. Like, so...
Oh, yeah, that's going to do it.
Yeah, you know. But hey. Soon
I just realised I used my sarcastic tone of voice. I mean, I legitimately mean, yeah, that's going to do it.
See, soon, TM, he will have new suspension. That new suspension's going to work wonders.
And now he's in 22nd. Now he's back in 21st. No. Yeah, yes, now he's back in 21st. Now he's back in 22nd.
Delatraz also has much fresher tyres? Yeah. That too.
Oh, yeah.
That too about Delatraz.
Yeah, that's true.
Final lap of the race. Let's just bring it home, boys. Just bring it home. Where is the leader? Who's going to win? It's going to be Charles Leclerc, who's going to win the Chinese Grand Prix. Where is he? As he rounds the final corner, Charles Leclerc wins for Scuderia Ferrari. Verstappen comes home second. Nick Cassidy will be picking up third. Mick Schumacher comes home 22nd and not last, which I'm actually very happy about. And he had a gutsy drive today. A gutsy drive. I was very impressed. And Ricciardo going to round the final corner to get P5. Lewis Hamilton comes home P6. Good.
Yeah, points.
Good
point.
championship points. Very good championship points.
Much good.
Yes. Man, that seemed at one point like Sainz's race to lose, but then he got the damage. Damage was unfortunate. We just about pulled that strategy off. Those tyres had not a lot left in them, which is for truity. Love loading screens. Saving screens. It ain't even loading screens, it's a saving screen. Come on! Please?
Well.
Whoo, not gonna lie, I started like that was taking so long, I was like, has this crashed? Has it broke? Answer is, no it didn't.
And if it did, then tune in next time for a repeat of this race.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Alright. Appeared to be a pretty chaotic Grand Prix, but hey, we come away with points.
Good.
Hamilton 10th in the standings. Right. Mick joint 17th with many other drivers.
Where are we in the 9th?
We are 9th.
We need to get to 6th, don't we?
Yes.
Okay. Bit problematic, but I think we can do it.
It's a little bit of an uphill battle, however. It's a long season. 13 races still to go. I think doable. Again, remember this surge I talked about last year where we got this great surge of momentum at the end? Like, we won a race. We actually won a race.
Yeah.
In, like, the 10th best car, which I thought was just insane. Traits? What kind of traits we got here? What kind of traits do we have here? Yes. Overall marketability goes down by 3, but hey, chairman happiness went up by 12. This is good. Top 10 result plus 5. Disappointing result minus 15. Yes. Yes. Okay, so Charles Leclerc leads the championship. From Verstappen, from Cassidy, from Ocon, from... So that tells me Ferrari. Ferrari at the top with 88 points. Then Red Bull. Then Mercedes. In the F3, it's Nico Gola for Peugeot that wins by over a minute from Kaz Havercourt and Rick Buthorn for Peugeot. So Peugeot having a good turnout. However, Jay Dirkston leads the championship for Sauber, and Sauber lead the constructors. Look at that. Keeping up to date with the junior formulas. You got to have an eye on the talent. All right. So, we just need to make sure the suspension is on for improvement for the next race. Or will we have it ready by the next race?
Oh, certainly hope so.
I think the next race is 10 days, or is it 14 days? No, it'll be 14. It can't be 10 days. 14 days is too... Simon, you're...
I can't recall.
I'm a numpty. Numpty, I say. You're a goddamn numpty, like.
Didn't want to say anything, but you said it.
No, it is 10 days. Oh, yeah, because it's 10 days for the travel. Yep, that makes sense. Right, what we got? Yeah, Verstappen, yeah. Interview with Autosport, sure. Valtteri Bottas was hit by Lewis Hamilton during the race. No. I think you'll find it was the other way around. Bottas hit Hamilton.
It's a loaded question, this.
It is a loaded question.
It is not a loaded question. It's a biased question. And we both... And considering that... was Valtteri Bottas given a reprimand by the FIA?
There was no reprimand given, so it was a racing incident. Oh no, I affected Bottas's morale. Oh, that's...
It's a pity.
Unfortunate.
If his morale's down, then I'll cause problems with his team now, won't it?
Right, so we've got 30 days on the...
Maybe we should be more tactical with our insults to other drivers.
Yeah.
Like, if they're on other teams, then we just hit their morale so much.
An exclusive with Carlos Sainz wants to leave Ferrari. Oh, does he now? Oh, does he now?
Oh, here we go.
There
he is.
Oh, does he now? His contract does end this year.
It's probably just popped up because his contract does end this year.
He's very expensive to break his contract.
Which is why we're never going to do that.
But he's a 5-star. Okay, this is one to consider for the end of the season. Let's do that. That's one to consider. Right, so suspension.
Yes.
Okay, well, we can take that off. We don't need to worry about that. Let's do that. So we're at least getting some extra performance, and the suspension will get some reliability, and it will be ready for Mick for the next race. Look at that.
No, right. It's one day after the race, it says.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, it will get reliability on it up to the race, meaning he can use it because it won't break as soon as we put it on the car.
All right.
Anyone? Ooh.
Well, 19, sir.
What else we got 19 on? There was a 19 on... There's 19 on fixing.
Yeah, that's not as important, to be honest.
They're not great. So what can we do? What can we do here? Let's put the 19 on here. And let's put... let's rest up the team. Let's put you on. And let's put... No, I think that'll do... Well, no, I want to rest everyone, actually. At least on the tyres. So let's put B squad on. Okay. So B squad is on. Sponsors wise, we lose Genie after the next race. We'll get another sponsorship. If we look at our drivers, Lewis is out of contract at the end of the season, so we may want to either renegotiate or try to renegotiate with him. If we can't renegotiate with him, we're going to need to look at a driver. Mick, we've got till the end of next season, which is very, very nice. What about our staff? Our staff, these two are still signed on, which is wonderful. This woman that we picked up at 3 stars at one point is now near 4 stars, which is very, very nice. James Butland, we lose James Butland at the end of the season, so we could always try and renegotiate with him to try and get his super overtake mode. Okay. I think that is where we're going to leave it. So, leave a like if you enjoyed, comment any feedback down below, subscribe and enable those notifications to be kept up to date with the content that comes to the channel. And please check out the description box for Team Channel, Twitter, and Discord. Mike, do you have any final closing words and or thoughts about the events of this stream?
We performed slightly above average, so that is very happy for us. I got sassed by a chair, and you missed that, but don't worry, you don't need to know too much about it.
Good.
And it's you. You set it up.
Good
Nah.
chair. Yes, good chair.
That's it. That's it. I'm coming up there. I'm going to be throwing that chair out the window, and I'm leaving you with a small breakfast stool bar to sit on next stream.
You won't.
Right, that's it. I'm out. I'm heading over there now. I'm heading over there. Where's me?
He's gonna get one of them there sleeper trains.
It's too late in the day. I can't be asked. I'll be over there later, though.
I've decided that that's effort. Oh, man. So, yeah, we'll be back with Motorsport Manager, hopefully next Friday. Everything should be, you know, hopefully back to normal, all things considered. If there is any other kind of delay, it's in the Discord. We try and post in the announcements if anything is going to be missed or such and such in details. Guys, thank you for watching. Once again, I truly appreciate the likes and the chat. You know, these Motorsport Manager ones get some real good engagement, and considering the game's real old, I do very much appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day, and we will catch you next time.
Bye.